Hey guys, this is Danny, and welcome back to another Top 10 video. In this video, I'll be going over my top 10 minigames inside of Stampy's Funland. These are my personal top 10 favorite games, and you guys may have different ones that you like more, but yeah, I'll be going over the ones that I like the most and are meaningful to me. 10th on my list will be Enderball. For some reason, I've always just kind of liked this game. I don't really know why, and I guess maybe it's because of the sports theme, because I've always been into sports, and I play baseball, stuff like that, so maybe that could be a reason why, but I don't know. It's just a very simple game, and there's no particular reason I like it. I just kind of do, so that is why it is 10th on my list. 9th on my list is The Circus. I remember when Stampy hit 500,000 subscribers, that being a very iconic week for me, because however old I was, like 5th grade or whatever, I remember being like, yes, I'm getting a Stampy video every single day this week, and I just remember being so excited that, you know, it was just such a cool week, how he was working on The Circus, and I got a video every single day, because I used to come home from school on Wednesdays and Saturdays and get to watch a video. And yeah, it was just super cool. I just remember really liking it, and this was just a very exciting time for me in the Stampy phase of my life, which is still a thing, but the Stampy Prime phase, and I guess it's just stuck with me, so that is why I like this build at number 9. 8th on my list will be Cat and Mouse. Again, this is just another game that I've just kind of liked, and I don't really have a reason why. I just remember always thinking it was like a really fun game to play with friends, and just a game that's not too hard, but always is, you know, it's competitive, and I don't know why, but I've always really liked this, the little cave down here. I don't know, I just find it kind of cool with like the beds and the cake. But yeah, I don't have a reason for why I like it. It just kind of stood out to me when making this, so that is why it is number 8 on my list. 7th on my list will be Tool Trade. Tool Trade is definitely not a super flashy game, and it's something that may not stick out in your mind as a cool game, but for me, I've always been into strategy, and it's such a big strategy game, so I personally really like strategy games and think they're really fun. So when he first built this, and I think this was one of the first things he built on the when he made the upper part of the Funland. But yeah, this just stands out to me as a game that I've always liked and thought was interesting. So that is why it is 8th on my list. 6th on my list is Swapsies. I don't know what stands out about this game for me, but I do really like the color scheme, and like I always thought cyan and orange looks really good together. Also the concrete, this is one of the first few things that he did with the concrete when it originally came out, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know, I've just always kind of liked it, thought it was interesting, thought it was cool, and thought it was a fun game to play. It's something that it's not too hard to explain, and when you can just play with friends pretty easily, so that was why it is 6th on my list. 5th on my list would be Berry Berry. It's definitely a hard game to recreate with all the leaves, but this is a kind of old game at this point, but I remember always finding it super cool, and because again, it's kind of luck, kind of strategy where you bury things, you know. This is definitely a throwback game for me, but you know, it's kind of cool to plan out where you want to put your berries and say, hey, yeah, I'm gonna hide it, like say right here, because maybe they won't look there, or hide it in the middle because you'll think they'll look in the sneaky spots. You know, just little things like that, that can be, you know, creative and fun and strategic. So that is why it is number 5 on my list. I also like the new changes he did with, you know, adding the stone brick. Pretty cool. So, yeah. Number 5. 4th on my list would be Risk It. This is something that is very popular among many of the subscribers and friends of us on this channel. It's just a game that's super fun to play, and it looks super cool with all the colors and the themes and the black and white, and again, it's just a super easy and fun game to play that you could just spend time doing it. And it's strategic, it's luck, it's funny, it's random, all the things you'd want in a game, and this is definitely an awesome one, so that is why it is 4th on my list. 3rd on my list is Music Master. This game was just super crazy when Stampy started playing it, and it's just entertaining to see what will happen, because you never know what's happening. It just doesn't make sense. And I just remember when Stampy started building this, I just remember saying to myself, like, this is a game, I'm just excited to build this, because it's something that's like, it was so new, it's far away from everything that there was, and it's a cool thing, because it has like the purple and all the, I don't know what I liked about it, but something drew me to it when he started to build it. And like I said, I was just like, I can't wait to build that someday, and then I got to do that, and here it is. It may not be the most flashy thing, but there's just something about it that I've always liked, and that is what makes it number 3 on my list. 2nd on my list is Water Rush. For the longest time, this game was 1st on my list, and until actually recently, when people used to ask me what my favorite game was, this was definitely one of them that I'd mention. I love the color scheme. I've always been into blue and cyan is probably my favorite block, and I love the pink trees, the cherry blossom trees with the nature, and then the sushi restaurant. This game has always just been like my favorite game, and this world has it a little, because this is an old save, a bit it has a bit of a hole in here, so don't mind that, but yeah, I've always just liked this game, and it's definitely been one of my favorite. It's super fun to play because you can play with a whole bunch of people, and especially like I remember watching the videos long ago when he first started doing it and playing it, and just being so, excited about it. And this is actually the first game I tried to recreate. I did it wrong because I was very young, but this was the first game I tried to recreate, and but yeah, now that I have it right, I have what I tried to do long ago. So that is why it is 2nd on my list. And my number 1 favorite game is Sheep Shuttle. This game actually never really came across as my favorite games to me until this year, or 2019, I guess we could say. Not this year anymore, but yeah, and so within the last 12 months, or maybe even 6 months, when we started to do the tournaments on this game, and I just had so much fun when we did the tournaments on the streams, and just the boat races and the competitiveness, and how there were tight finishes, and I've always been into like racing and stuff from as a young kid. So this game is always, I just love playing this game. This was the first game that I wanted to do when we did the mini game series, the mini games to subs. Make sure to join the Discord if you want a chance to get in that, by the way. So yeah, this game, I've just always liked it from originally, but it's never really been my favorite. But recently it's kind of jumped up, and now I can call this my favorite game, so that will be it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and crush that bell, so you can be notified every single time we go live or upload a video. If you guys are interested in seeing more top 10s, smash that like button and let me know in the comments below what else you want me to give top 10 things on. Maybe the town, maybe something unrelated to Stampy, maybe top 10 favorite Minecraft blocks. You never know. Whatever you guys want me to see or want me to do, leave it in the comments below. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This has been Danny, and have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.